So, for example, if you were to send one of your drug checkings, one of your samples in to what used to be called ecstasy data, now it's called drugs data, it will redirect you to the site regardless of how you type it in. But if you send a sample in to ecstasy data, for example, this is some cocaine that I tested on a reagent, and it turned black when I anticipated it turning like yellow or like a bronzy color. Clearly, the test results showed something that I couldn't identify on a reagent. So something like this would be better suited for a more advanced, piece of equipment that can basically look at individual crystals and molecules versus just turning a color based on when it senses the presence of a molecule that it can detect. But ecstasy data uses this, and like it says, it can be identified and quantified. Unfortunately, ecstasy data can't actually tell you how much of the substances are in there because they have a DEA license that allows them to do this. And one of the stipulations of them posting the test results is that they can't tell you how much is in it. So they give you ratios. The ratio doesn't mean that it's like, oh, it's, 20, or like, let's say the ratio is like 2-to-1 MDMA and caffeine. 2-to-1 doesn't mean that it's like 100 milligrams of MDMA and 50 milligrams of caffeine. Like, you have no clue. And the weight that is listed on the website is just the weight of the entire pill or tablet or whatever it is. It's the entire weight. And I think if it's in a baggie, I think they just weigh the whole fucking baggie. They don't sit here and like divvy out your drugs to try to weigh that. They just throw the shit on the machine to get some readings. I think they get the dimensions of it sometimes, and then they analyze it and they give you vague test results. So even if it says something like, it's 2-to-1 MDMA caffeine, it could be, perfectly fine because you have enough MDMA to get the experience you're looking for, and a marginal amount of caffeine that doesn't make that big of a difference. Might potentiate it a little bit, but not cause any side effects that are particularly harmful or riskier. But sometimes you see things that are like a cocktail, and you have no idea if in that cocktail of different substances that might have been in a pill, whether that pill's pressed or in a capsule, I assure you that it doesn't matter the format. They can still, add adulterants if they wanted to. It's hard to know if they're actually active amounts. Like for example, I've seen like, something that was like MDMA, some meth, some 2CB, like TFMPP, like a bunch of random shit. But if it were like 6 parts MDMA and like 1 part meth or 1 part this, 1 part that, like meth is active at a very low, dose range. So like 5 milligrams is enough for you to be like, okay, I'm up, I'm doing shit. And for MDMA, it's at least like 70, 75. You'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm feeling this, I'm up, I'm doing shit. So like 6-to-1 of MDMA and meth might be pretty goddamn potent. But if it was like 6-to-1 of MDMA and like caffeine, not so much. Or if it was like 6-to-1 of MDMA and 2CB, that might be enough 2CB for you to be tripping. So, those are the types of things that you'd see on that website, but you can't make too many assumptions about just because due to their DEA licensing for them to operate that facility in a legal manner, they are not allowed to say that this is 200 milligrams of MDMA and 10 milligrams of caffeine or 5 milligrams of methamphetamine or anything else like that. And also, it doesn't account for the things that are like non-psychoactive in a lot of those substances. So it doesn't always mean that necessarily it's 100% MDMA in the capsule. It just means that like what the active drug in there is this, and it's in this ratio to this other thing that's in there. But overall, their purpose is to collect, review, manage, and publish laboratory testing results from their lab and from other analysis projects worldwide. So this is basically why they can't really disclose the milligram amount, because they're putting it on the internet. It's public. There's no, everybody can access this if you can get on the internet. And there's a goofy ass reason, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure it's on their website why, but basically they don't want people in competition with each other, one-upping each other with different strengths in drugs. Because like someone could send their shit in and be like, oh, this Punisher Skull logo pill is 200 milligrams of MDMA, but this Superman logo, is that Superman logo? No, it's like a diamond logo pill, or this Apple logo pill, or this Canada maple leaf looking logo pill. Are these other milligrams of MDMA? And so I have a better product. Here it is on the internet showing you that this is a better product because this is what's in it. These are the test results, and this is how much. That is a reason. Whatever.